A mother sits by herself at home, waiting for her son to come home. Uh, she has been concerned about her son for quite a while. She has seen changes in his behavior. He becomes angry and irritable one time and then dull and listless the next. He has bloodshot eyes, complains of headaches and nausea, and he hangs out with friends that she doesn't even know. She and tonight he has taken the car with some of these friends, and he hasn't come home since. That anxiety turns to fear when there is a knock at the door. And when she opens it, that fear turns to sorrow when two police officers tell her that her son has died in a car accident. It was later found out that the son was under the influence of alcohol. Underage drinking is becoming a growing concern throughout the country. It is dangerous and will lead teens down a road of addiction. With careful guidance from parents, stricter laws, and education, hopefully underage drinking will no longer be a problem. Let's begin with statistics to underage drinking. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, a 2013 survey found out that 35.1% of 15-year-olds have at least one drink in their lives. 8.7 million of 12 to 20-year-olds have had drink in the past month. 5.4 million have binge drank, and 1.4 million have engaged in heavy drinking. Alcohol on a growing child's mind is very detrimental. Their attitudes can change. They can complain of headaches, uh, nausea, bloodshot eyes. They can also perform risky decisions. According to this picture shown, alcohol mixed with driving can have a disastrous result. This is just an example of what a teenager could do behind the wheel under the influence of alcohol. But also, teenagers can be involved in sexual activity and acts of violence due to alcohol. Teens, according to James Torr, the reason why teenagers drink is a way to find pleasure. They also drink to avoid stress, because of peer pressure, stresses at school, and problems at home. Others do it for attention or cry for help. And teens don't really know how harmful alcohol is to their overall health. According to Laura Ingendorf, author of Teen Alcoholism, 56% of teens think that 5 drinks or more consumed once or twice during the weekend is not considered harmful. Also, if teens see friends drink or parents drink, they're going to want to mimic that behavior. We know that underage drinking is a problem in these United States. However, there is a law. However, there are some laws that I think would help combat underage drinking. For example, raising the drinking age to 25. At the age of 25, the human brain is fully developed, and it will be a conscious decision among each individual if they wanted to start drinking. However, people who were at the age of 21 to 25 would be considered offenders and would be drinking illegally if this age was raised. However, also it may not keep younger people from drinking. They still might find ways to get alcohol illegally. Lowering the drinking age to 18. This might help in making drinking okay for younger people. However, the brain is not fully developed, and even though the age would be lowered, teenagers will still find a way get alcohol illegally. So there are laws that I would like to see put in place to combat teens from drinking. First offense would be a $1,000 fine and 1 month counseling. The second offense would be a $2,000 fine, 1 month in counseling, and 100 hours of community service. The third fine would be a $3,000 fine, along with 90 days in juvenile detention for those that are under the age of 18, and 90 days in jail for those that are over the age of 18 but under the age of 21. These laws may sound strict, but when you have such a epidemic of, that we have that is underage drinking, you want to make sure these laws are strict and to the point. Also, we need to ban alcohol from we need to stop the advertisement of alcohol on television. Even though we don't see people drinking alcohol in commercials anymore, we still see alcohol being advertised. We should end that. We should ban alcohol from TV, just as we did ban cigarettes from TV. Parental involvement. One of the most important things that you can do for your teenage son or daughter is to talk to them. And you can do this by letting them know of your own drinking habits and any alcoholism that can be found in your family. Also, dispel any myths that alcohol could make your children popular if they drink it. Also, set strict no alcohol rules. That means if a child breaks that rule, the consequences need to be strict and they need to be consistent. Every time the child breaks the rule, you as the parent have to make sure you enforce that rule, that punishment. Also, know your children's friends. If you see friends being changed out at a regular basis, it's a red flag that something's going on. And you need to know who your kids are hanging out with and what are they doing during that time. So in conclusion, underage drinking is a very serious thing. It can change the life of the drinker and of the drinker's family in many ways. Education, knowing the effects of alcohol on a person. Changes of laws, having strict laws that make underage drinking a criminal offense, and it will also help in ending underage drinking. And parental involvement, talking to your children, knowing their friends, and setting rules to keep them from drinking. Hopefully, if all of these things work and go together, then hopefully we can reach the goal of not one drop of alcohol until the age of 21. Thank you.